Attraction is not always about words. A lot of the time, people show interest without even realizing it. Through eye contact, body language, and small habits, someone can reveal how they feel. But here's the key. One sign alone means nothing. You need patterns. When several signs show up together, that's when you start to understand real interest. Today, I'm breaking down 4 body parts she often reveals through subtle signs when she likes you, plus what they really mean. Stay till the end, because the last one is the sign most men completely miss. Before we start, the Stoic Tribe team is currently working on the Stoic Relationship Blueprint for Men course that's coming very soon. This step-by-step course is built to help you master emotional control, build unshakable self-respect, stop overthinking, and create stronger relationships by applying timeless principles in a way that actually sticks for life. If you want to be first to know when it drops, comment "The Blueprint" below, because this could be the shift that changes how you lead yourself and every relationship from this point forward. Number 1. Her eyes stay on you. The eyes are usually the first clue. Attraction often shows up long before words do, and if you miss this sign, you can spend weeks confused about something her body has already made clear. A woman who is genuinely interested does not need a perfect line or a dramatic moment to reveal it, because attention always leaks through the smallest details. And one of the clearest details is where her eyes naturally go when she is relaxed and not trying to control the moment. If she likes you, she looks for you without thinking. She checks where you are in the room, even when she is talking to someone else. She notices when you arrive, and she notices when you leave, because your presence matters to her in a way she may not even fully understand yet. Most people make the mistake of overanalyzing words, because words can be polite, words can be vague, and words can be delayed. But attention is much harder to fake over time, because attention follows genuine interest. This is where most men lose clarity in their lives, not just in dating but in everything, because they chase certainty instead of learning how to observe reality as it is. They rush to label every glance as a sign, every smile as a promise, every small moment as proof that something bigger is happening. And in doing that, they create confusion where patience would have given them truth. The strongest thing you can do is stop forcing outcomes and start paying attention without desperation, because calm observation gives you more power than anxious chasing ever will. If her eyes keep finding you, if her expression softens when you speak, if she remembers details from things you barely mentioned, if she looks at you with curiosity instead of obligation, that matters. But what matters even more is how you carry yourself while noticing it. A grounded man does not become needy because someone shows interest, and he does not become bitter because someone does not. He stays steady. He understands that attraction is information, not validation. He understands that his value does not rise because a woman looks at him, and does not drop because she looks away. That mindset changes everything, because the moment you stop needing attention to confirm your worth, you become calmer, sharper, and more attractive in every part of your life. You stop overthinking texts, you stop replaying conversations in your head at night, and you stop letting someone else's uncertainty decide your mood. You become someone who notices patterns, trusts time, and respects himself enough not to chase confusion. That is where confidence begins, not in pretending not to care, but in becoming stable enough that you no longer need every answer right away. Her eyes may be the first clue, but the deeper lesson is this: stop searching for signs because you are starving for approval, and start paying attention because you respect yourself enough to deal in truth. The man who can stay calm, present, and clear in uncertain situations is already ahead of most people, because he is no longer controlled by impulse, insecurity, or fantasy. He sees what is there, accepts what is real, and moves with quiet certainty. That alone changes the direction of his life. And if this is already making you realize how much of your life has been shaped by overthinking, mixed signals, and giving too much of yourself too soon, then the Stoic relationship blueprint was made for exactly this moment. It is built for men who are tired of second-guessing themselves and want clear principles they can return to whenever life feels uncertain, so they can lead with calm, self-respect, and real inner stability. It is now also available as an audiobook, which means you can absorb these life-changing lessons while walking, training, driving, or simply taking time to clear your mind instead of sitting alone stuck in your thoughts. The link is in the comments, and once you get it, it is yours for life, giving you permanent access to wisdom you can revisit anytime you need to reset, refocus, and move forward stronger. If you are serious about becoming the kind of man who never loses himself chasing clarity from other people, this is where that transformation begins. Number 2, her smile changes around you. A real smile is hard to fake. The problem is that most people have spent so much time starving for attention that the second a woman gives them warmth, they hand over their peace without even realizing it. And that is exactly why so many end up confused, drained, and stuck replaying moments in their head that were never meant to carry the weight they gave them. A smile can reveal comfort, attraction, curiosity, and joy, but it can also reveal politeness, habit, or simple friendliness. And if you do not learn how to tell the difference, you will keep building false hope from moments that were never meant to become something more. This is where clarity becomes your greatest advantage, because the strongest version of you is not the one who rushes to conclusions when she gives you attention, but the one who stays grounded enough to notice patterns without becoming emotionally dependent on them. When a woman genuinely likes you, her smile changes in a way that is difficult to manufacture over time. It becomes softer around the edges. It arrives faster when you walk into the room. It lingers longer when you speak. Her face relaxes around you because your presence lowers her guard rather than raises it. She laughs more easily, not because you are trying too hard to impress her, but because she is already comfortable and open. That is an important difference that too many overlook. The world trains people to chase reactions, to perform for approval, to become entertainers in their own lives just to keep someone interested. And this is why so many end up exhausted. They become so focused on earning affection that they stop paying attention to whether the connection is even real. They start filtering every decision through one question: how do I keep her interested? And the moment that becomes the question guiding your life, you have already lost something far more valuable than her attention. You have lost your center. The truth is that your peace matters more than mixed signals. Your direction matters more than chemistry. Your standards matter more than temporary excitement. If she smiles at you with genuine warmth, appreciate it, but do not let that become the foundation of your self-worth. A calm man understands that attraction is not a prize he earns by overextending himself. It is something that either grows naturally through consistency and mutual effort, or it does not. That mindset changes your life because it removes desperation from the equation. It teaches you to stop forcing things that are unclear. It teaches you to stop turning every pleasant interaction into a fantasy about what could be. It teaches you to stay present instead of rushing ahead emotionally just because someone gives you a glimpse of possibility. This matters because many people spend years trapped in the same cycle. They meet someone, get a little attention, build an entire future in their head, ignore red flags because they are afraid of losing the possibility, and then spiral when things shift. Not because they lost something real, but because they became attached to an idea. That cycle does not end because someone finally chooses you. It ends when you become disciplined enough to stop abandoning yourself in the pursuit of being chosen. That is the deeper lesson hidden in something as simple as a smile. Her expression can tell you whether she is comfortable, but your response to that comfort tells you whether you have truly built inner stability. Do you become anxious and start trying too hard the moment she gives you warmth, or do you remain composed and let things unfold naturally? Do you become consumed by whether she likes you, or do you stay focused on whether the connection is actually healthy, mutual, and worth your time? Those questions matter far more than whether she smiled at your joke or held eye contact for a second longer than usual. The people who live with the most peace are not the ones who avoid uncertainty. They are the ones who stop letting uncertainty control them. They learn how to stay steady when things are unclear. They stop chasing instant answers. They stop trying to force reassurance out of situations that need time. They stop making someone else's attention the center of their emotional world. That is where self-respect begins, not in coldness, not in pretending not to care, but in having enough discipline to protect your peace while letting reality reveal itself. So if her smile changes around you, notice it, appreciate it, let it be information. But do not let it become an emotional trap that pulls you away from your purpose, your standards, or your direction. The strongest thing you can do is remain centered while life unfolds. Because when you build that kind of stability, everything changes. You stop needing signs to calm your mind. You stop obsessing over what someone might mean. You stop wasting months in confusion. You become someone who can enjoy connection without losing himself in it. And that kind of presence, that kind of grounded certainty, changes not only how women respond to you, but how you walk through every part of your life. Number 3, her feet turn toward you. Most people miss this one. The smallest details often reveal the biggest truths, not just in attraction but in life. And one of the reasons so many people stay confused for far too long is because they keep chasing grand declarations while ignoring the quiet patterns that have already told them everything they need to know. Body language is honest in ways words often are not, because words can be filtered, delayed, softened, or used to keep options open, but the body often shows comfort, curiosity, and intent long before someone consciously decides to admit it. That is why something as simple as where she places her body when she is around you matters more than most people realize. If her feet naturally turn toward you in a group, if she angles her body in your direction while speaking, if she closes distance without seeming tense or guarded, these are signs worth noticing because they often reveal that your presence matters to her more than she is saying out loud. But this is where most people make the same mistake they always make in life. They see one clue, and they immediately attach meaning that has not yet been earned. They rush to certainty because uncertainty makes them uncomfortable. They do not know how to sit in the middle of something unclear without trying to force it into a conclusion, and that habit does not just damage dating. It damages every area of life. It makes people impatient in business, impulsive in conflict, reckless with trust, and emotionally fragile whenever things stop going according to plan. The deeper lesson hidden inside attraction is not simply learning whether she likes you. It is learning how to become the kind of person who can observe clearly without losing himself in assumptions, anxiety, or fantasy. That kind of self-command changes everything because it gives you back control over your own mind. If she consistently turns toward you, if she seeks your space, if her body opens rather than closes, appreciate that information, but do not let it become a source of obsession. Too many people build entire emotional stories from half a dozen moments, because they are secretly hoping someone else will finally give them the certainty they have not built within themselves. They want one woman's attention to quiet years of self-doubt. They want one sign of attraction to erase all the times they felt overlooked. They want one relationship to become the answer to every insecurity they have never confronted. But no woman can fix what you have refused to build inside yourself. No amount of chemistry can replace discipline. No amount of attention can replace self-respect. No amount of affection can create peace in someone who still abandons himself every time life becomes uncertain. This is why learning to read people should never become an excuse to become dependent on their approval. It should become a way to move through life with greater awareness and less emotional chaos. If she is interested, her consistency will reveal it. If she values your presence, you will not have to manufacture clarity through overthinking, pressure, or chasing. What destroys so many is not lack of options. It is lack of patience. It is the inability to sit still, trust time, and let people reveal themselves through repeated actions. They panic at silence. They overreact to mixed signals. They talk themselves into situations that were never real because they would rather cling to possibility than face the discomfort of not knowing. But peace comes when you stop making uncertainty your enemy. Peace comes when you understand that not having an answer today does not make you powerless. It makes you present. It gives you a chance to watch, learn, and respond with maturity instead of impulse. That is rare. Most people are constantly reacting. They are ruled by mood, by attention, by fear of losing what they never truly had. They cannot sit with discomfort long enough to let truth become obvious. But the person who learns restraint gains an advantage that changes every part of life. He stops chasing people who are unsure. He stops negotiating with disrespect. He stops explaining his worth to those who are not paying attention. He becomes calmer in rooms where others are desperate to be noticed. He becomes sharper in moments where others lose themselves. He becomes someone whose standards are not for show, but lived every day through choices that protect his peace. So yes, pay attention to the details. Notice where she turns when she is relaxed. Notice whether her body opens toward you or away from you. Notice whether her presence feels easy or forced. These things matter. But what matters more is what you do with the information. Do not turn small signs into emotional dependency. Do not become another person who gives away his peace because someone gave him attention for a moment. Use what you observe to become wiser, not needier. Let attraction teach you patience. Let uncertainty teach you composure. Let silence teach you discipline. Because the biggest transformation is not that you become better at knowing whether she likes you. The biggest transformation is that you become someone who no longer needs constant reassurance to stay steady. And once you build that kind of inner stability, life starts opening in ways you never expected because you stop living in reaction and start living with quiet certainty. Number 4, she fixes her hair or lips. When people like someone, they often become more aware of how they look. The mistake most people make is assuming that attraction alone is enough to build something meaningful, and that misunderstanding is exactly why so many end up trapped in cycles of confusion, overinvestment, and silent frustration, while the other person keeps things casual, inconsistent, or unclear. A woman adjusting her hair, touching her face, checking her lips, or becoming more aware of her appearance around you can be a sign that she notices your presence in a different way, but signs are not promises. Chemistry is not character, and interest is not commitment. This is where emotional discipline matters more than charm, because too many people confuse access with value. They assume that because she is warm one day, because she leans in, because she looks at them a certain way, that something serious must be developing, and in that assumption, They begin to hand over their peace piece by piece without even noticing it. They start checking their phone too often. They start replaying every interaction. They begin shaping their schedule around moments that have not yet earned that level of importance. They become less present in their own lives because their mind is now orbiting around possibility instead of grounded reality. That pattern does not just create frustration in dating. It creates a mindset that weakens you everywhere. It makes you reactive instead of composed. It makes you dependent on external reassurance instead of anchored in your own standards. It turns your peace into something that can be interrupted by someone else's inconsistency. And once your peace depends on someone else behaving the way you want, you have quietly surrendered control over your life. This is why learning how to interpret attraction should never become an excuse to abandon yourself. It should become a lesson in patience, awareness, and self-respect. If she adjusts her appearance around you, notice it. It can mean she wants to make a good impression. It can mean she is more aware of herself in your presence. It can mean there is curiosity there. But what matters most is not whether she gives signs. What matters most is whether you have built the kind of life that remains stable regardless of what those signs lead to. Because the truth is, many people are not suffering because someone was unclear. They are suffering because they made someone else the center of their emotional world before that person had done anything to deserve that level of access. They skipped over discernment because attention felt intoxicating. They ignored inconsistency because they wanted the fantasy to be true. They tolerated confusion because they were more afraid of losing possibility than losing peace. That is the trap, not attraction itself, but the stories you attach to it. The strongest people are not cold. They are simply disciplined enough not to create emotional chaos from limited information. They understand that a person's gestures matter less than their consistency. They understand that interest shown in flashes means very little if it is not followed by clarity, effort, and respect. They understand that chemistry can tempt you into lowering your standards if you are not grounded. That is why self-command is so important. Not because it makes you distant, but because it protects you from becoming desperate in situations that require patience. Real strength is being able to enjoy connection without becoming consumed by it. It is being able to appreciate someone's warmth without immediately making them central to your future. It is being able to say, "This is interesting," without turning it into, "This has to work." That shift changes your life because it moves you from scarcity into steadiness. It teaches you to stop treating every attractive person as your last chance at happiness. It teaches you that your peace is too valuable to trade for mixed signals. It teaches you that attraction is meant to be explored with clarity, not clung to with fear. So yes, pay attention when she adjusts herself around you. Notice the little details. They can tell you that something is there. But do not let those details become a trap that pulls you out of alignment with yourself. Keep your standards. Keep your routine. Keep your direction. Do not become so focused on whether she likes you that you stop becoming the person you are trying to build. Because the greatest advantage you can ever have in life is not being irresistible to someone else. It is being so grounded in your own direction that no person, no mixed signal, no moment of uncertainty can pull you away from yourself. That kind of steadiness is rare. It changes how people see you, yes, but more importantly, it changes how you see yourself. You stop needing every answer. You stop chasing every possibility. You stop making temporary attention the measure of your worth. And in that shift, your life becomes lighter, sharper, and far more powerful than anything temporary validation could ever give you. Everything changes the moment you stop handing your peace to people who have not earned access to it. And that shift begins with one decision: choosing clarity over chaos. If this message hits something deep in you, comment "I choose peace" below as your first step toward becoming harder to shake, harder to manipulate, and far more grounded in every part of your life. The Stoic Relationship Blueprint ebook for men is linked in the comments, and it is packed with timeless principles that help you stop overthinking, build self-respect, and finally understand how to move through relationships without losing yourself. It is now also available as an audiobook, so you can absorb these life-changing lessons while walking, training, driving, or clearing your mind instead of staying trapped in the same cycle. Like this video and subscribe, because the more men who learn these truths, the fewer waste years stuck in confusion, self-doubt, and patterns that quietly hold them back.